Alright, so this next little rant, it's going to be might be a bit long. I'm trying not to make it too long. Also might be a two-parter, but my bad. I also have to make a confession before I get into it. Come on and get in the water. Have to make a confession. Alright, let me start with the confession first. This all stems from Gia TV. Okay, Gia. Hey, boo-boo. How you doing, girl? Alright, I like Gia. I like her channel. I like her videos. She makes good quality videos. She has real content. Joints be funny. The business. And I just recently, like very, very recently, subscribed to her videos. I used to always watch them, but I would not subscribe. And I know this is going to sound crazy, y'all, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't subscribe to my girl. As much as I love her, I just couldn't do it. And Gia, I love you. I must say, I love you like cook food. You my boo-boos, pretty mamas with your pretty lips. Love ya. I couldn't do it though because I'm a single black woman, and for a while, I think, Gia, you know where this is going. I was by myself, you know, and I had to get things popping for myself. I had to do my own cooking maintenance. Well, in the midst of that maintenance, I own a couple of movies. Gia. Yeah. And then when I saw you on YouTube, I was like, I like this chick. Who's this chick? And then like it was like clicking slowly but surely why your face was looking so freaking familiar to me. And I was like, ah! It was enough. It was enough. Like it was enough. Like I was like, ugh. Ugh. Like it became like one, you know, I love my friends. I love my friends. I don't want to see you guys naked. Like Danica, I don't want to see you getting it. I don't. It's all good. And if I saw it, I'd be mortified. Not because I don't want to see you naked, just because it's just like, ew, dude, that's my friend. So it took me a minute like to be like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. We're big girls. We can move on past this. So that's what that is. But I saw your video. Damn, I hope this don't run over. Okay. Stud on stud. We already know how I feel about this. We had this conversation in my bathtub before. But let me say something about labels. And I'm pretty seasoned to the game, to this lifestyle. So I'm not asking for your opinion on me. I'm just stating my opinion on this subject. Don't get this blown out of proportion. Let's go. Labels and sexuality are just like labels for clothes. I had this conversation, matter of fact, with Ray and Tara, and we were conversing about it. It was kind of hard to continue because we were in the club, but if you are a connoisseur, or if you are someone who's really into designers and really into labels, you can catch a Coach bag and a Dooney and Burke. You can spot one a mile off, a real one, because they have a certain lining to them. Their stitching is, you know, is very definite. You know, they have a certain pattern that they follow. In sexuality, there are certain patterns that certain people, certain labels follow. Studs and femmes and, you know, Banji boys and the cunt girl, you know, there's a certain way. Now, that doesn't mean, it's not etched in stone that that's the way it's always going to be. Coach could change up their line tomorrow. That don't make it any less of a Coach. But their stitching will, like, there's something in it that will never change. Like, they're never going to change. Like, Donna Karan will never change her seam lines. She will always have A-lines. It might be a different pattern. It might be different material. Her A-lines, her stitching patterns will never change, though. That's how you know it's a Donna Karan. Now, you might find a really good knockoff on Canal Street. And and not even know that somebody might hit you with it for Christmas. You be like, this is nice. This is, and then you looking at it like, cause you know you buy you some Judy and Burks all the time. You be like, wait, something's not authentic. If you know what a real stud or a real femme is, they might come off and be like, oh, that's a stud. And after a while, you see some things ain't clicking. It's not gelling. So you're like, you just looking the part. There's a certain sense of security, I think, or a certain sense of providing, of chivalry, romanticism that I think studs exude in a relationship. It's not necessarily always something you can see immediately, but the true ideal of a stud, those are things that they give in the relationship. There's an old school chivalry, romantic ambiance, essence, naturalness to a stud, to a true stud. Okay, and there are some chicks out there, that look like dudes, and they are studs. When you look at them, that's a stud. But their attitude is very much not that. They won't bring that. Not that they can't, but they won't. They just, like, I could not, there's nothing anybody can say. When you see me, people look at me and they say, oh, you're so aggressive. I'm very aggressive. I'm very assertive. I have a very dominant personality. I could never be a stud. And for anybody who really knows, for any studs out there, I do mean real studs, any studs out there who see me would be like, she's real assertive, she's real aggressive, she's not a stud. I'm not. And I find it quite offensive for some people to think that I am. Because I'm not. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Like, I can pray the roll and put the things on, and a lot of people like, the way your mannerisms. I don't know how many of you people know femmes from New York, like from New York. I ain't talking about Albany and Syracuse and Schenectady and all that bullshit. I mean from New York. We act like this sometimes. We come like this. But it's not, it can't change me. I'm still a femme.